When God said, how could you love your neighbors? How could you love me, whom you never met, and not love your brothers and sisters? I'm going to say this again. When God said, how could you love me, whom you never met, but not your brothers and sisters? This is what he meant. He didn't mean go out and bend over backwards, professing your love to any and everybody. No. He's talking to the ones who never had love in their heart from the start. See, you been had the love in your heart. You been had the love of God in your heart. You been loving these people, ride or dying for these people, loyal to these people, considerate to these people, caring for these people, these brothers and sisters before you even knew God. And then you met God, and then that same love that you gave the world, your brothers and sisters, you gave to God, that real love, that strong love, that true love, that loyalty, you just gave it to God. And now God says, commandment number 1, put me first, right? So our obligation is to put God first above any and everybody, right? So don't get it confused when he said, how could you love me, whom you never met, and not your brothers and sisters? He talking to the people who never loved their brothers and sisters from the jump, who was never given that same energy that you been given from the jump, who never knew how to love you from the jump. He's talking to those folks. He's not talking to you, chosen one. He's not talking to you, chosen one. You been knew how to love. You been loving with your whole heart. You been going hard for these people. Now you going hard for God. So when it comes to God or these people, who you choosing? You must choose God. God said, I'm first. Choose me first. So don't get confused out here trying to figure out how to balance these people who are clearly against God, who are clearly on the other side, with your love for God. Nah, you're not going to do that. That's not what God called us to do. So I'm coming to sever the confusion right now. That's not what he meant, babe. Okay? Chosen one. Faithful one. Go in peace. God got your back. If you've been confused about who to choose, your brothers or sisters or God, because you know you had to turn away from your brothers and sisters who've been acting out their mind to follow God, that's okay. That's what God wants you to do. He don't want you to choose them over him. He said, choose me first. Right? Period. That's all.